then since I've retired, it's been a very startling experience for me, because I started work when I was cheating. I was only 15 instead of 16. I lied about my age. I worked at our 10-cent Woolworth store in the picture department. We had framed and all that kind of stuff years ago. And so I worked there. And ever since then I've worked. I started out, or else I was in school. You know, I went to I got a scholarship to Drake University, and I started there in Des Moines. And then realized I really wanted to teach, and they don't have a teacher's school. So I went back to Nebraska U and I had two majors. One was teaching, or one was English major, and one speech major. So I was an English teacher in high school in Nebraska. And then after a couple of years or 3 years, I decided I'd like to try speech therapy. So I went to University of Michigan, and because I knew that was the best school at that time teaching speech therapy. So I went there and got my degree in speech therapy, and then started out as a speech therapist in Michigan. I had 1 year in Saginaw, and then I think 3 years in Dearborn, and then came back to Lake Forest, and I was there for about 7 years. When you're a speech therapist, you go from school to school, you know, take along your materials with you, and take 3 kids out of a class who were either stuttering or lisping or something. And so I carried my stuff with me all the time. And I didn't have a car, so I was on public transportation during those days. So I'd carry this heavy stuff. One night I got home, I was so tired, and I brought all that stuff. Realized I had brought a phone book that was about that big. All afternoon.
It sort of got you prepared for those lens strips with the Elizondo kids, didn't it?
Yeah, that's right. Anyway, I enjoyed it. So and then I started working for Canbay after I'd done all that. So to not getting up in the morning, planning, you know, getting ready to go, coming home at night, when I'm retired, there's no framework around me. I could get up at 4, I could get up at 9, and there's no structure for me to operate in. So I sort of float from stuff to stuff, and I have to be self-disciplined. I have been a self-disciplined person, so you could tell I'm getting ready to move. And so I feel a little bit like this, a little bit easy, because I don't have these things around me that say, this is the day you do this, or either time or day or people or something. And so it is a different experience. I'd like to go back to work, but I don't think anybody'd hire me at this point. That's old. But anyway, now I'm in the process, because I've had some heart difficulties. I have a stent in my heart. And then I had some more symptoms, so I went back, and they discovered that the one artery that goes around toward the back of my heart had a lot of stuff in it, so they got rid of that. And so the doctor said, why don't you just take it easy, lead a sedentary life so you don't get yourself in a state where it'd be hard for you to operate at all. So I'm taking it easy. I don't do a lot of heavy work or stuff like that. So it's a different kind of existence that I have.